Alrighty, we got the Maxcatch single-hander. Extreme 9 foot 6 inch 6-weight 4-piece. So I did a review on it, or I took it out and casted it yesterday, stuck a commando head on it.
I'm casting a 200 grain OPST commando head.
And then I went with a 175 grain commando groove, which is the integrated, and that was really nice. I had a little 7.5 foot floating tip on it, and I did some casting with it. I cast a salmon fly with it, one a kind of a chubby Chernobyl-like deal, and that was a little tough to cast. I was on a long leader and that thing kept sinking like a popper.
First off, I just used a long chunk of level leader. For casting a Chernobyl or something, you probably only want 3 or 4 feet of straight level mono leader, pretty heavy stuff. I managed to pull off a few casts, but it was not that fun. Anyway, but due to no fault of the rod for sure. The rod performed just fine as far as I'm concerned. I really liked it. It's just, compared, to the latest and greatest, it might be a tad heavy, but it's got plenty of power. It's got decent components. The cork is what you might think the cork would be on a $38 rod. This heavy shooting head has the capacity to power out of any kind of a crumpled bad anchor, as seen on this video. With a proper tapered leader and shorter, the turnover right here, boink, when that fly leaves the water, wouldn't crumple the line. But nevertheless, it gets out there. Same thing here with this little beaded bugger, maybe a 3X or a 2X tippet, shorter, would have made for better turnover. I just have a level piece of, Maxima or something on here. Not the best leader, but again, just due to my own laziness and using what I had handy. Turnover isn't the best, but no fault of the rod. This is a pretty sweet rod. This rod actually has a pretty wide grain window for single-hand Skagit casting. The biggest deal about these commando heads is you really have to lay off the power, and I found it worked a little better if I wanted to put power on it, was to use my haul hand, my bottom hand for the haul, and lay off the power stroke. Speaking of grain windows, here's that same rod with the Scientific Anglers Spey Light Scandi, 150 grains. Now with the commando head and quite a few more grains, boom, out it really launches. In honor of Klaus Frimor, a cormorant cast. I'm not sure what these things even cost right now, but there'll be a link in the description for sure. The other thing I'll say, when I first ordered this thing for 38 bucks, I was like, all right, 38 bucks. And then they forgot to send it to me. It comes from China. And so I had to wait an extra month after the month I wasted to get the rod. Nevertheless, for a backup rod, a kid rod, a beginner rod, even a rod if you're hard on rods, this is a decent choice. It's got plenty of power. It might be a little bit more like a 7-weight, but don't let that dissuade you. It's still a very decent rod for the money. So keep that into consideration. Pretty cool, sweet rod. What would really be sweet on this rod is the Rio In Touch single-hand Spey line. It would really be a nice combination. I'm guessing in either a 6 or 7 weight.